doing on this trip? Well, we've come out to go for a night of camping, which is, you know, what we want to do. We're getting some footage for a brand new car that we've got in the fleet, which is just a basic build to show you the ins and outs of the very bare minimums of what you should be doing to set up the perfect tow vehicle. And I needed somewhere to sleep for the night. And it was my pick of whatever camper trailer I wanted to take with me. We didn't know exactly where we were going. We didn't know the terrain we were going to be coming up against. And I've had some time to put together what would be my go-to trailer for an absolute quick getaway. So if I was about to hit the desert, if I was going, going to go and explore some places where I didn't know where I was going to end up, this is the trailer for me. So it is the Iridium 13. It's the Roam package, but we've done some upgrades. So starting off with wheels and tyres, well, we've done a big upgrade in that, and we've gone from 16-inch up to a brand new alloy 17-inch, and we've actually wrapped them in a brand new Black Bear mud terrain tyres. Reason we've done that, Black Bear, Australian-owned company, they're engineered and designed for Australia. They've got great support Australian-wide, and so far we cannot fault them. So looking around the trailer, we've made a couple of different upgrades. We've gone with a brand new black stabilizer leg. So you've got 4 stabilizer legs on each corner of the camper trailer. They're black, so they're nice and slick. You're not going to notice that they're there. All of our cupboard doors have actually been upgraded to a new compression triple sealed door. So you've got a rubber seal here, you've got a rubber seal here, and you've got a rubber seal here. And as we close it up and compress it, this compression latch is going to bring it all in nice and tight. We're just adding all of those tools into your arsenal to stop all of the dust or anything else, water entering your camper trailer. Kitchen slide as well. So in here we've got our tried and tested gourmet kitchen, got a massive big sink, all plumbed into the hot water system. So you're running your Truma ultra rapid gas electric hot water system. That's running through to the kitchen, to your sink inside. Our kitchen has the water fully plumbed in now. As you pull the kitchen out, the plumbing is going to come with it, which means there's no more hooking up any sort of water hoses or anything else like that. It's all there, ready to go. Pull it out, get cracking. We've also upgraded a lot of our lighting. So we've now got LED strip lighting, beautifully recessed up the top here. So when we turn these lights on, you get this beautiful glow all the way through the pantry system. All the way around the trailer, we've got our dual coloured lights, which give you your white as well as your orange. Orange is perfect at night time when there's a lot of bugs around, keeps them away. Coming down this side of the trailer, we've got our 240 volt outlet. We've got our TV coaxial outlet, and we've actually got a TV bracket. So you can bring your TV, and we're running now the Englon Smart TV. So it's a 12 volt smart TV. So you can hook your phone up, you can hook your Starlink up to it. You can actually stream from this TV directly onto it. Make sure you got the footy when you need it. You've got your drop down table here. And then we look at our window and door package. So we've actually upgraded all of our windows and all of our doors to the new Aussie Traveller and Euro style slimline. They've got additional rubber sealing all the way around it. So you've got your block out screen as well as your fly screen. Beautiful bit of kit. In terms of our door, well, this is a bit of an upgrade, and this one's an absolute cracker. So when we open it, it's got some great compression latching, but inside here, our fly screen actually detaches, and it's got a lockable fly screen. So you can have this door open, let the amazing airflow through the camper trailer, but still lock it up. So it's still nice and secure if you want to duck out and go and, I don't know, go and grab a snitty at the pub. Looking inside, well, we've done a couple of small tweaks with the Iridium series, but it's still running a lot of our favorite inclusions. So you got your nice big combined toilet shower ensuite in there. You got an enormous amount of storage space. You got a huge bed that folds out the rear, which means that when you're traveling, you're nice and small. You're only 5.4 meters long, fold it out, and you've just got a fantastic amount of living space in there as well. Built inside there, we've got our sink, and we've got an induction cooker. Again, we've got more storage because everybody knows storage is king, and we drop down that and you've got this beautiful long storage area. Perfect fishing rods, your poles, your longer items, you know, you can carry all sorts of bits and pieces in there, and you can access it from both sides, and it's got our brand new doors. Then we've got the fridge slide. You've got to have a good fridge slide because you're going to have a good fridge. And in this case, for our Roam package, we actually include the Evakool 80 litre dual zone fridge freezer. And this one is an absolute cracker. Being Evakool, it's an Australian made fridge. Great warranty, great bit of kit, and you've got 2 zones, one for drinks and one for food. If we're going for a little bit longer, one's a freezer and one's a fridge. How handy is that? Let's duck around to the front of the trailer and I'll show you some of the really cool aspects that we've got on the front of this Iridium. So we're now running a 120 amp Anderson plug, and there's videos out about that and why we included 120 amp Anderson plug, but basically the size of the wiring that we need to now run to ensure that you're going to get absolute maximum charge from some of these bigger charging systems. You've got your 7-pin flat trailer plug, which will hook up into your standard car setup. And in that, you need to make sure that you run your brake controller, or if you haven't got a brake controller in your car, then we can attach an elect brake onto the front of this trailer so you don't need to worry about that part of it. You got your tried and tested Cruisemaster DO35 hitch. They're an absolute great bit of kit. The reason that we use these is they're a full off-road hitch, complete 360-degree articulation, and they actually firmly lock onto the car. So once they're on the car, you lock it on, it's not going to come away. Obviously, we've got our twin safety chains and we've got our breakaway system as well. Coming down here, we've got our handbrake, we've got our ARC XO 750 jockey wheel, great bit of kit, haven't really broken one of them in a while. And then you got your drawbar tab. And just convenience-wise, these things are absolute ripper. So we've got a couple of features on the front here. And starting with, we've got the genuine max tracks on the front here. So you got your nice orange ones. You want a different color, something to match your car or something to match the max tracks you've already got, let us know, we can make them suit. So you got your twin 9-kilo gas bottles. One over here is plumbed into the camper proper. And on the one on the other side, well, there's a treat inside this box I'll show you in a minute. But over there, we've got our diesel heater diesel tank. So yes, we've got a diesel heater in this trailer as well. Is there anything else we could put in it? Let's open this up and have a look. Now this trailer has been equipped with some goodies I'll go into very, very shortly, and some of the upgrades we've done with this, and that's related to that Cruisemaster setup. But we've got as standard the barbecue carrier. So you can take your Weber BBQ in with you wherever you need to go, and all you've got to do is unlatch this and fold it out, and you've got your gas bottle there right there, so you can hook your barbecue up and away you go. You've got a light in here as well, so you can light this whole area up. So it is a BYO barbecue, but if you need one, let us know, we can probably organise that for you. But how cool is that? A massive amount of storage, throw your utensils up there, throw your extension cords, hoses, anything else like that. Coming down then the off side of the camper trailer. Well, obviously you've seen on the other side, we've got our scrub bars that run all the way down there, but that gives really, really good protection of the body overall of the trailer. So if you are off the beaten track and you do smack into something unintentionally, far easier to replace that one or fix that up than it is the body of the camper trailer. Over this side, we've got your solar input. So if you want to bring your own solar blanket and really give the solar system a big boost, you can plug it straight into there and that'll run through the REDARC manager system. You've got up here, the other side to your nice big storage boot. You've got another dual coloured light. You've then got your 15 amp inlet for your 240 volt inlet. Yes, you can actually run this trailer fully, on the grid as well as off the grid. You've got your canister for your toilet, so we run the Tetford chemical toilet. But hey, if you want to go one of the other toilets on the market, let us know, we can build it to suit. So you want to go the Ogo composting toilet, let us know, we'll absolutely make it work for your brand new camper. Coming down this end, got your mains water connection point, which is here, and then your fill point for your water tanks. So in this case, you've got 200 litres of fresh water, so 2 100-litre tanks, and you've got your mains water. So again, when you are at a friend's place or caravan park, hook the hose directly up to that and you can have the whole camper trailer, including your hot water system, running off the mains. This is your outdoor shower, and we've actually gone with a new style of outdoor shower where we give you the hose for this, you hook the hose up to that, and you can basically use it anywhere. You can, obviously set yourself up so that when you're in a beautiful river like this, you can shower outside, at the beach, wash the kids off, anything like that. Then you've got your flue for your hot water system. So this is running the Truma Ultra Rapid Gas Electric Hot Water System, which I mentioned before. You take this cover off, turn your gas bottle on, flick a switch inside, and you got gas ready to go to heat your water up. Or connect up to 240 volt, flick another switch inside, and you can have the whole hot water system running on electricity. Coming down the back end of the trailer, well, that's a good looking rear end, isn't it? So we've got our dual spare wheels, and again, we've run the two 17-inch black alloy wheels with your Black Bear mud terrain tyres. Everything's up nice and high. You've got an amazing amount of clearance. And one of the reasons that the 13 has always been so popular is because of your approach and your departure angle. It's a nice short trailer. It's going to be the trailer that you go to when you don't know where you're going. You've got all of your water tanks, you've got your grey water tank, and a lot of your services underneath, but everything's tucked up really nice and high. That way there's nothing hanging down. Your water tanks are protected, so you've got alloy sheeting or plates on your water tanks to give everything a good bit of protection, and you've got plenty of ground clearance underneath. So what's up on the roof of this camper trailer? Well, up the top there on the Iridium 13, we run two 180 watt REDARC monocrystalline solar panels. So that's 360 watts of REDARC solar panels. And I can guarantee you, not all solar panels are like for like. The performance that we've seen from the REDARC panels in comparison to equivalent or even higher wattage solar panels, it's chalk and cheese. So in electrics, I've said it before and I'll say it again, you really do get what you pay for with all of your electric system, including your solar panels. We've also got our Webasto reverse cycle air conditioner mounted up there. This particular trailer doesn't have the Dometic dust reduction system, and again, it's because we fitted something special to this one, which I'll show you in a minute. So in this particular one, we've actually gotten rid of the roof-mounted Dometic dust reduction system, and we've teamed up with Gusto Global Industries to give the powered dust reduction system. So that's a 12-volt powered dust reduction system. What it means is that you can turn that system on and it's going to be constantly pumping fresh air into the camper trailers as you're driving. And it's going to ensure that we haven't got any dust coming into the camper trailer, which means when I get to camp, it's going to be absolutely nice and clean. So let's talk some of the basic specs of why the Iridium 13 is such a popular trailer. For starters, it's light. So it only weighs 2 tonne empty, and part of the ways that we've done that is some of our unique construction materials. So all of our cabinetry inside is all aluminium. There's no timber construction or anything all the way through it. Our ensuite room is basically a folded aluminium room that gets plonked into the camper trailer. So your waterproofing is sensational. Your flooring, well, that's basically a recycled honeycomb flooring material. So there's nothing in there that can rot or get damaged, and you've got this really tough wearing, hard wearing vinyl, which has got a beautiful timber texture over the top of it. And then you've got beautiful inner sprung pillow top mattress, so comfort wise it's just sensational. You've got LED lights that are all dimmable up there as well. You've got reading lamps, you've got 12-volt fans, you've got your smart TV, we've got a powered Engelong omnidirectional TV antenna. As I said, weight-wise, you're at 2 tonne. We can do the ATM at 2.5 tonne or 2,750. So if you've got a slightly higher towing capacity, let us know. We can absolutely rate your camper trailer up to 2,750 to give you that little bit more load carrying capacity. It's small, it's lightweight, it's absolutely go anywhere. If you're planning a trip where you don't know where you're going, this might be the trailer just for you. So what else have we done with this? Well, this has one of the biggest upgrades in our catalog, and we're one of the few that can actually do this from factory with Cruisemaster's support. And this has got the Cruisemaster ATX airbag suspension system with the M60 Unleashed package. So that is the top tier of what you can get from Cruisemaster in suspension systems in Australia at the moment. So you've got your airbags, which is a full Firestone sleeve over airbags. We've got our compressor system built in there so we can basically adjust all of the pressures. And what we've been doing on this trip is actually adjusting our heights based on the terrain that we're going on. When we get back on the road, we'll adjust the shocks, we'll adjust the height back to a ride height. But while we're out here on this very, very rocky track, we can actually soften the shocks up so the thing's got a little bit more absorption. We can raise or lower the suspension depending on whether we're trying to clear any obstacles. And not only that, it's got the disc brake. So we actually run a hydraulic disc braking system. It means that we've got unbeatable stopping power. And we've been down some pretty steep tracks on this particular trip, trying to get into some really, really cool locations like the one we're filming in at the moment. And it means I can actually properly lock the brakes up on that camper trailer, keep the whole car in the camper nice and straight. But it also means when I'm out on the road, I've got complete and optimum control over the camper trailer. It's just an absolute ripper bit of kit, bit of an investment. But where I go and some of the places that I want to go touring with my camper, that's what I need, and that's what keeps me confident that the trailer is going to follow me where I want to go. So in camper trailers and caravans these days, the single most expensive component of your camper trailer is now the electrical system, and it's an area that as Signature we've never cheaped out, and we've always worked with the best of the best to make sure that you've got the best of the best, because the power, it's absolutely running everything in caravans these days. Unfortunately, long gone are the days where you can run a very, very basic 12-volt system and just hope for their best, because you've just got so much reliance on them, especially when you want to start looking at running your air conditioning off grid. You want to start running, powered dust reduction systems. You want to be running inverter systems that can, operate your induction cookers and things like that. So we've always trusted REDARC with our Iridium series because they are the go-to for off-grid setups. So in this case, our standard setup in the Iridium package, and including the Roam package, is your REDARC Manager 50. So that's a 50 amp charger. And in that, you're gonna get your full 50 amps from your car and your solar, as well as your 240 volt charging. With our 360 watts of solar on the roof, basically that's running through the REDARC Manager 50. Being that the Manager series has a green priority system, it means that if we're hooked into 240 volt mains or we're traveling with the car, but we're getting enough solar, it's going to constantly rely on that solar panel to basically charge everything up and keep you all topped up the whole way along. And as yet, we've yet to run out of power. Our standard setup in the Roam package as well is two 200 amp hour REDARC lithium batteries. So that's 400 amps of REDARC lithium. And then we go to the inverter system. So what an inverter system does is it basically converts your 12 volt power into 240 volt power, which means that you can run 240 volt appliances off your 12 volt system, and that could be your laptop if you're working remotely. What we primarily use it for, as well as all the things that you want to plug into, is we actually run induction cookers in some of our camper trailers. They're becoming more and more common now that the battery systems and the electrical systems keep up with them. So we run a 3000 watt RS3 inverter. It's the latest inverter technology from REDARC, and basically what it means is when you're plugged into 240 volt mains, the inverter is going to understand and learn that you're plugged in, and it's going to let you operate off the 240 volt mains. As soon as you're unplugged, it's going to go, we're off the grid, and it'll let you run all of those power systems using the battery system. Obviously, you need to keep track of everything that's going on because inverters do draw a bit of power, but we've set this up so if you really, really wanted to, it's actually got enough power to run your air conditioner. Only for a limited time, so talk to our team about how you can actually set your camper trailer up to do that. Up here, we've got our Red Vision screen, and this gives us all of our controls in terms of turning our lights on and off, gives us our readouts in terms of our power sources, so whether we've got the vehicle charging the camper trailer, we've got solar charging, we've got 240 volt charging, it's going to give us an estimate of how much time we've got left on our current usage patterns. It's going to give us our charge rates, all sorts of other bits and pieces. This is running the Rogue TVMS. What that means, it's a lot of words that might mean nothing, but basically means we're running a Rogue computer system to control everything. So we've actually got a lot of these circuits wired into this computer system, so you can actually control that from your phone. So that's right, you can actually sit by the campfire and go there and turn your lights on and off as you need to. How cool is that? You'd be sitting over by the fire, cold beer in hand, and flick the lights off so you can enjoy that beautiful moonlight. So we're about to hit the trails again because we need to get some more footage of this new car in this camper trailer. This is an absolute ripper. It was built just for me. And if you want us to build a camper trailer or an off-road caravan just for you, get in contact with our team. We'd love to do it. We're going to hit the trails. This is going to be a cracker.